Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Hey y'all. All right, we are here. We are live, ready to go. I hope you all are ready because I did make the announcement, y'all. We are doing a part 2 to how to find better entries in the market. So if you did not watch the first one, it's okay. I need you to get your selves ready so that way you can take some notes. Okay, it's note taking time. So get your paper, get your pen. If you need to use your phone to take notes, do what you need to do so that way you are ready. Number one, please make sure you hit the thumbs up. Okay, if you love the value, if you love the information that has been shared on this channel, make sure you hit that thumbs up so that way I know, yes, keep doing more of this to give you what you need to help you every single day. Especially for the people who have been trading, need a little help with getting more consistent with trading, and then also for my people who are looking for different ways to invest and to improve their profitability in different markets, like the stock market, your commodities, precious metals, and whatnot, those things of that nature. So I'm gonna go straight into the next thing. But first, before I do that, I almost forgot, y'all hit the notification bell so that way you know when I'm going live. Okay, let's keep that going. And then the other thing is hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen, y'all, because we're going to jump straight into everything because I don't want to take too much of y'all time. I know it's a Sunday evening. Okay, so I totally got it, but I want to make sure that I got all of that out the way. So let me make sure I do this. And then y'all, if the music is a little too loud, let me know. Because I have it playing in the background. I like I was introduced to the gentleman named D Sharp, and he does the whole violin like covers and stuff. It's so awesome. He does a real good job. So yeah, y'all can check him out on YouTube as well. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So hopefully everyone can see my screen. All right, there we go. So I'm going to just start with one thing, which is, let me mute this out because that way I can focus for a second. So here's the thing, y'all. What I'm going to share with you, it may or may not go over your head. If you have never ever traded before, then I would say right off the bat, y'all, it's time for you to just sign up for the Day Trader One-on-One. This is definitely for beginners. Like, this was designed specifically for beginners. It's going to give you the basics of Forex trading. We're going to touch on cryptocurrency in there, but I'm going to be honest, y'all, I do not advise people to trade cryptocurrency as beginners simply because of the volatility. So I will touch on it, but that disclaimer is going to be up and through there, okay? So the first thing is going to be, going over the basics of foreign exchange, how to trade, the terminology, the psychology that comes along with it, everything that you really need to know and understand. Okay. And then the second thing is we're going to take a deeper dive into what I am going to be teaching, which are candlestick patterns. So I went over this the last time when I did the part 1 to this series, and I'm going to do that again. So you're going to see a lot of that right now with this, what I'm about to show you. So a perfect example of us taking the skill of trading to investing is, let's just say you have been interested in cryptocurrency and you hear people talking about Bitcoin. Most people know or heard of Bitcoin, curious about it. But let's say that you started to dive into, what it is, how it works, how you can make money with it, so on and so forth. And on top of that, you want to know, well, what's a good price point for me to start buying Bitcoin? Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not saying not to buy right now, but what I am saying is it's best to buy things, anything, any type of stocks, cryptocurrency, gold, silver, or whatever. It's always best to buy whatever you're looking to invest in at a lower price. Well, how do I know what a lower price looks like, Leon? Like, I have no idea. I don't understand, what I'm looking at on your charts. Okay, cool. Well, let me do this. If you want to invest, now you could do higher time frames as you want. I'm going to delete all of this stuff because I'm going to start from scratch. Okay, and I'm going to talk very slowly. So if you do not know how to trade, I want you to just take these steps. Number one, I need you to go to tradingview.com, this website that you see up here. And the same way that I went, I want you to, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do this over. I'll do this over. So I'm going to go to TradingView. And then your screen may come up like this. I am taking my time. TradingView.com. You can create an account, y'all. It is free. You do not have to pay for TradingView unless you want to. Okay? So when you go on TradingView.com, your screen should come up like this. You're going to click on the 3 horizontal lines right here, and you're going to go to Products. And you're going to select Super Charts. Now, I'm going slow for a reason, for a person who has no idea what to look at. Why am I looking at this? I don't understand what you're doing, Leona. I'm going to take my time for you because I want you to be able to invest, or at least have an idea of how to get started with getting better entry prices for an investment. Okay, so let's say again, you're curious about cryptocurrency. You've heard about Bitcoin, but you have no idea when you should buy. You don't want to buy when price has shot up because you know that it has the potential to come back down, but you just have no clue how far down it has the potential to go. So we're going to go from an investor standpoint. For my people who know how to trade, you do what you do with your trading strategy, but I'm going to show you how I utilize mine to help me with investing. So I'm going to go to 3 months. So you're going to see here, you'll find Bitcoin. If you need to find it, just go to where it has the symbol on your left-hand side of your screen. Make sure it's selected all and type in BTC USD. You can choose whichever one you want. But there are some people, they stick with Coinbase, and that's fine, okay? Because most people know Coinbase, got it, utilize that. Whichever broker or crypto exchange you want to utilize, use that. So you can use Coinbase. Once you select it, then this screen is going to come up. Now, we need to go to a different time frame because we want to look at what the market was showing us, or what we were seeing or should be able to see in the market pertaining to Bitcoin, how it's been moving. Is it buying right now? Is it selling right now? How far is it selling? How far has it bought? So we're going to go to a higher time frame. Instead of seeing it for the day, meaning each candle represents one day, we're going to go to 3 months. Okay, so I'm going to go back to cutting the music back on, all right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just squeezing this in a little bit so that way I can see. So this is our current candle. So for the next 3 months, starting in October, so October, November, December, this candle is going to represent what buyers of the market or sellers of the market were doing. So right now, for the month of October, so far, people have been more excited about Bitcoin, and their confidence in Bitcoin has gone up because more people are buying it. Price has been going up. Okay. These red candles mean that people did not have as much confidence in Bitcoin, and so they were selling their Bitcoin. That is why the price went down. So green candles represent people buying. Their confidence is up in this thing. Red candles mean that people are selling because their confidence is not really there at the time. So the previous 3 months, July, August, and September, is this red candle because it is before the current candle. So what I'm going to do is mark how high it went from July to September. meaning this is the entire candle here. So these little stems that you see are called shadows or wicks. So I'm going to mark how high the price went from July to September. And then I'm going to mark how far down price went from July to September, because I want to get an idea of price movement during that time. So I color code my stuff to make sure that I know what in the world I'm looking at. So I'm going to make mine this color here. So I marked as high as it went. I'm going to make this a bit bigger so you all can see. And we do this. Okay. So now you all can see this is how high it went. And now I'm going to hit these three little buttons at the top, and I'm going to hit clone. And I'm just going to drag this down to how low it went. So this is the current candle, but we're marking the previous one because we want to see how high price went and how low. Well, Leona, why do I want to know that? Because it's important. When we trade, what typically happens is it may not hit exactly like that, and we have no idea when it's going to happen again, but patterns typically tend to repeat. And so at some point, we don't know when, but at some point, the sellers may come into this market and start selling Bitcoin, and price may very well hit this previous high. We have no idea when that's going to happen, but the good thing is having it marked gives us an idea so we can pay attention whenever the sellers say, no, we're taking this price back down because we don't have that confidence right now in Bitcoin. And anything could cause that to happen, y'all. That could be, a something happens with the SEC case against Coinbase, right? That's a really good example. Let's just say, something comes up and there's some evidence for the SEC that the case remains open and it's not a good look for Coinbase. Now, the likelihood of that happening at this point is not really great. However, if that were something to happen and it's not in favor of Coinbase, that could hurt the price of Bitcoin and it could drive the price back down. How far, we don't know, but at a bare minimum, price could come back. People could sell to at least 31,876-ish. Okay. So that's why we want to do that, because we want to see if the sellers come in and people lose their confidence in Bitcoin, if price comes back to this area. All right, cool. So now we have our high and we have our low. So now I'm going to go down one more, and we're going to go down to where it says 1 month. So y'all, I'm showing you this because I'm telling you, there are things that you will be able to catch that will help you to identify better points to buy your investments. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing for the month. So this is our current month, which is November. So we're going to mark the month of October. So for the month of October, the confidence in Bitcoin was there because the price continued to move up. It went from at 1.26K-ish to the high of roughly 35,000. Okay. So I'm going to mark this. And then I'm going to go back, y'all, and I'm going to show you something as it pertains to our candlestick patterns. Okay. So there we go. Bam. So this is as high as our previous month went, which was 35,199. And then the furthest it went down was 26,638 roughly. Okay. And each crypto exchange has different price points. So just because mine on Bitfinex says that doesn't mean that this number is going to be exactly the same if you use Coinbase, okay, as the broker of choice on TradingView. All right, so now we have 3 months high and low mark. We have our previous month high and low mark. Oops, let me move this. There we go. Okay, cool. So we have our previous month high and low mark. Now we're going to go to our week, and we're going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to bounce back up. All right, so this is our current week. This is the candle that's happening right now for this week. So this is our previous week. So we're going to mark the high for this and the low for this. So I'm going slow, y'all, because I want you to be able to do it too. So remember, y'all, I color code all of my lines so that way I know which time frame is telling me what. So this is telling me that last week, people's confidence was so high in Bitcoin that it broke the previous month high. Because remember, the orange line here is our previous month's high. So October's high. So for the month of November, the confidence in Bitcoin has continued to go up. So people are buying more Bitcoin. Okay. All right. So now we have that. So we have our previous week high and we have our previous week low. Now what I want to do is go back because I want to look at each time frame. We know that the 3 month was showing us that people were buying. We know that the 1 month was showing us people were buying, and we know that the 1 week was showing us people were buying. Now, this is where attending the Day Trading 101 is going to help you to understand what I'm about to share with you, because this is going to help us as investors to identify optimal price entries. Like, this is the price point that will be best for us to enter, and then we can maximize our profit as an investor just from the skill of trading. So when we talk about candlestick patterns, there is a particular candlestick pattern that is very common when you trade, and it's called the bullish engulfing, meaning we're going to have one candle that is small, and we're going to have the second candle that is very large, and it totally engulfs the other. Okay, so that's what's happening here. This first candle is small. This second candle is way bigger, meaning it completely engulfs this one. So this is our bullish engulfing pattern. Bullish meaning buy. Bearish will mean sell. So in this case, we're looking at a green candle that is very large and engulfs our red candle, which is our sell. So this is our cue to pay attention to a potential buy of Bitcoin. This is not to say when you see this, you automatically jump in. No, this is for us to pay attention. Oh man, what's going on? So if I'm seeing this forming on a higher time frame like this, 3 months, I am going to put a line here. So I put a vertical line here to tell me, pay attention, Leona, because Bitcoin is buying. So even right now, y'all, we can use this one. As a matter of fact, we use this one because this is more current. So this is in the month of November right now. Okay. So this is going to be our October, November, December candle to close out the year. So right now, this candle is doing exactly what this one did. So this is our cue to pay attention. So now that we know we should be paying attention because we have a bullish engulfing pattern that is forming on a 3 month time frame, that means that we should be looking at a lower time frame to tell us when we could potentially buy. All right, so I'm going to drop that down to the 1 month. So I'm speaking slow so that way you catch it. All right, so on the 3 month, we saw we had a bullish pattern, candlestick pattern that formed. Well, on the 1 month, we have another bullish candlestick pattern that has formed and confirmed already. So this is called our bullish pyramid. So it's the opposite of our bullish engulfing. So this candle is big and is followed by a small candle. And the small candle closes within this big candle. So this is called our mother candle. This is called our baby candle. So when we have our mother candle that is red and we have our baby candle that is green, that tells us we have the potential for price to turn around and go back up, because the sellers were in, but they could not keep the momentum because the buyers started to creep in. Once we see that, we need confirmation that, yep, that's what it is. Hence this big buy candle. So this told us, oh yeah, buyers are definitely in the building. So remember, on the 3-month, we marked this line because that was our bullish engulfing candle. Well, on the month, this is telling us we have our confirmation for the buy. That means buyers are confident in Bitcoin, and so they're just buying up on whatever crypto exchanges they can. Okay, and they're holding these. All right, cool. So now we know this on a month. So Leon, well, when do I buy? Because you said this is confirmation, so shouldn't I be buying? Yes. However, you can go to a lower time frame, and I look at my investments every week because the economists are making, moves, right? So there's always something that happens every single week. So now at the end of the week, I want to look and see. And then of course, at the beginning of the week, I want to look and see like what's going on. Why should I be buying right now or should I be waiting? Okay, cool. So the month telling us the same thing the 3-month is saying, which is the buyers are in the building, people are buying, they have their confidence in Bitcoin. Okay, cool. Now, when is my turn to buy though, Leona? Because I have not bought any Bitcoin. Okay, we're going to go down to the week. So this is the same spot that we had our month and our 3-month telling us to pay attention. So to the right of that, we have our bullish engulfing. Remember, we have our small red candle first, and we have our big green candle, which is a buy candle, saying, hey, the buyers are officially in the building. So this started on 16 October. Our confirmation came here the week of 23 October. So as soon as this week ended, which was on Sunday, October 30th, on Sunday, October 29th, on Monday, October 30th, we should have been buying. So this was our opportunity where this blue line is for our previous week low. This is when we should have started buying on Coinbase, buying on Bitfinex, buying on whatever crypto exchange, Binance, whatever crypto exchange you use. This would have been your opportunity to buy if you have not bought Bitcoin at all. If this is making sense, let me know in the comments. Whether you're watching this live or the replay, if this is making a little bit of sense, you may not get it all, especially if you've never traded before, if you don't understand candlestick patterns, whatever. This is why I'm going very slow. But if this is making some type of sense, let me know in the comments. Okay? Like, yeah, Leona, I'm starting to catch it. Of course, I would need to hear more, but I think I get where you're coming from. Y'all, instead of listening to people say you should be buying Bitcoin, you should be buying this, you should be buying that, whatever the investment is, go to the charts and look for yourself. But the Day Trading 101 program is going to help you to be able to identify these patterns that I'm speaking of to help you to best know when to enter into any market, whether that's buying gold, whether that's buying silver, whether that's buying some type of stock. So now that we know that our entry and purchase should have started with, if you've never ever bought any Bitcoin at all, should have started at a bare minimum at 34,500. So let's just look at what your gains would have been from that time that you should have entered if you've never bought crypto before to where price is at right now. So this little ruler here is going to give us our percentage of gain. So from where we should have entered, if you've never purchased at all, to where it is right now, you would have been up 7% in profit. 7% in profit. See this? 7.22%. 7% in profit from Monday, October 30th to November 12th. I need you to think about this from this standpoint. Does your savings account give you 7% in profit in less than a month? Does your savings account give you that? How many of the stocks that you own right now produce that type of profit. Now, am I saying not to do it, not to save, not to invest in the stock market? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. And again, y'all want to make sure that this is perfectly clear. If you did not read the description in my in this video, I am not a licensed financial advisor. Okay, I cannot give you investing advice. Only thing I'm doing is showing you what I do to help me increase my profit utilizing the skill that I've learned with trading. Okay, so think about this though. If your savings account is not giving you 7% in that amount of time, if your stock portfolio is not giving you that, just think about considering, well, I could put a small amount in. I don't care if it's $10. With $10, if you put the $10 in, you talk about a 7% gain. Well, guess what? I know that may not look like a large number, but the fact still remains that you have now received more with $10 in your crypto portfolio than you would putting $1,000 into a savings account, into just a regular savings account. We're not even talking about a credit union or anything like that. We're not even talking about a high yield savings account. We're talking about your regular old, like JP Morgan, your Chase, your Bank of America, you know, these big banks, right? You put it into one of those banks, not a credit union, anything like that. They're not going to give you 7% in a matter of less than a month. That's not going to happen. Not even on $1,000. But you do that with $10 and you see 7% gain. Yeah, it may not look like a lot to you, but that's still way more than what you would get putting that same $10 into a savings account with one of these people, one of these financial institutions. Now, again, I'm going to do one more, right? So if this is starting to make a little more sense, that's okay. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to end this, y'all, okay? So I think I went over Apple before. And if y'all can, type in the comments, like, what is one of the stocks that you wanted to invest in, if you can think of one. I'm going to give y'all a second to type it in the comments. If not, I'm going to just go with one. All right, I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to type it in the comments. I'm looking so that way I can see what's typed in there. Okay, so I'm going with, okay, I didn't see it. Okay, so I'm going to go with NVIDIA. Okay, so if anyone has been following certain, you know, people who are really big into tech, okay, coding, whatnot, all of these chips and stuff, I want you to think about, you know, okay, people are saying, oh, I need to buy NVIDIA right now. I need to buy NVIDIA right now. Y'all listen, NVIDIA has hit an all-time high already, okay? But we're going to go down. Again, we're going to go all the way up to the 3-month, previous 3 months. So right now, we have price has been going up. The confidence in NVIDIA is up. So people are buying NVIDIA. The all-time high here is at 500-ish, okay? A little over $500. So in my mind, and I hope that you catch this, in my mind, why in the world would I buy it at an all-time high? At something, what goes up must come down at some point. So it doesn't make sense to buy it when it's already high. You need to position yourself to buy when price starts to drop or has dropped and hit what we would call the floor, because this increases our chances of making more money in the long run. Okay, so now that we got that part out the way, NVIDIA has hit an all-time high here. As you can see, price came all the way up, but eventually it pushed down and then ended up, buyers were like, nah, we're not going to let the sellers keep it. We're going to close this out in a buy, okay? So that's what this long little, what you would probably call like stem, this long wick, this long upper shadow for my traders, that's what this represents. The buyers had the momentum, but the sellers was like, we're going to push this price down. But the sellers couldn't keep it. So that's why our candle closed green. Remember, y'all, green candles equals buy, price goes up. Red candles equals sell, price goes down, okay? So currently, buyers are very much in the market, and the confidence is there with NVIDIA. Prior to that, the confidence was there with NVIDIA. So again, y'all, we're going to mark the high. What is the highest price that NVIDIA went to in the previous 3 months, which is here. So again, I color code mine so that way I know what the price, what time frames I'm looking at. Let me put this down a little bit. I feel like I'm yelling. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So we have our high here, and now I'm going to mark our low. All right. And then this is our previous 3 months here. So remember, y'all, this is July, August, September. So now I have the high and I have the low for the previous 3 months. So now I'm going to go down to 1 month. Same thing. I want to see what the market is telling me on the 1 month. So on 3 months, it was showing buy, right? 3 consecutive 3-month candles were saying buy. Where here is showing this current month, November, is buying. And then the previous 3 months, we had 2 sales and we had 1 buy, which makes sense because of what we saw. Which makes sense because of what we saw here. See? We had the buy happen, that first candle, and then we had the sell, 2 candles. Okay? So back to 1 month. So now this is our previous month. So the month of October closed in a sale, meaning the sellers was like, nope, we got to sell some of our shares of NVIDIA. I don't know, like this other company is coming in and they're going to take some of the market share when it comes to this particular space. So I'm going to sell some of my shares of NVIDIA and I'm going to put them into this company. I'm just throwing a scenario out there. All right. That's not what, I don't know if that's what happened actually. Okay. So anyway, so I'm going to mark the previous high, which is here. Bam. And of course, remember I color code mine. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the low. This is as far down as price went in the month of October. So now what I'm looking at here on the month, I see price came all the way up, buyers. So the confidence was there. Yes. NVIDIA is going to go to the moon. It hits an all-time high. And then the people start to sell some of their shares. Y'all, more than likely what happened here, and I'm just going to be honest, is people start to take profit. Because there are some people more than likely that got in at a very low price and they said, hey, listen, this is an all-time high. I'm going to take some of my profit. And so that's what more than likely what happened is people started taking some of their profit. That's why you saw 2 months of consecutive selling. Okay. So again, we have another a bullish engulfing candle that has happened here. So remember, we have our smaller candle here. And then we have the green candle that completely engulfs this red candle. So I'm going to mark this because now I know, okay, pay attention. Antennas is up. Okay. Now, this is not to say I'm going to buy. I'm talking about myself right now. This is not to say I'm going to buy right now. This is a way for me to pay attention. Because there are other things for me that factor in if I'm going to buy or not. Okay. So this is just saying, hey, pay attention because buyers are like really very, very into NVIDIA right now. So those people who sold, they took their profit and now you have people buying. Okay, cool. So now let's go down to the week. So we're doing the same thing. We're looking. So to the left of where we had our 3 month and our month, we see that there has been a lot of activity. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy again, sell. This is why all-time high happened. And then price started to sell. Then the buyers came in. We had some more people selling some of their shares, right? And now you have people buying again and creeping back up on our previous all-time high of $502.66. Again, this is not to say that you need to buy right now. All right. This is for us to pay attention to knowing when we have better entry prices, so that if we want to purchase any type of shares in any company, especially in the stock market, or buy gold, silver, cryptocurrency, whatever it may be, anything that we can look at to invest in on TradingView, you can be able to use the candlestick pattern strategy to help you to enter at a better price than just buying at an all-time high because somebody said you should be buying Nvidia right now. Okay. And if somebody's telling you to buy Nvidia right now, then they really do not understand you know what I'm saying, profit. Because one of the things, and I shared this on the last one, y'all, listen, Warren Buffett, who has been deemed the greatest investor of our generation, of our time, he always said this, and I need you to take a note if you did not catch my last live on this. Warren Buffett says to buy the fear, sell the greed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the greed. This area right now, this is the greed. Why in the world are we buying right now when we just hit an all-time high back in August of 2023? That doesn't make sense. Price is going to have to come down. It's going to have to come down. We just don't know when it's going to come down. And I personally would rather wait until it comes down and give me a better opportunity to make more money than buying at the top. I'd rather miss it than sit here and buy at the top. That's just me though. Okay. So anyway, so on the week, it's showing us another bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. So we have our small red candle, which is a sell candle, right? We have our small red candle, and we have our big green candle, which is telling us buyers were in the building. This big green candle completely engulfs this small red candle. So that is our confirmation for a bullish engulfing candle, a candlestick pattern. Now, this week we have another green candle, which is representative of our buyers. We have another green candle that is forming. So when this week closes in the stock market, which is on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when the market closes on Friday, this candle is going to close either green in a buy, meaning the price of Nvidia has gone up and the buyers were still having the confidence in Nvidia, or it could turn around and close in a sell. We don't know that because none of us are God. All right. So anyway, so right now what we're looking at is a potential confirmation for this bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. Now, if this was not an all-time high already, this would be our opportunity to prepare to buy shares of Nvidia, because we have our bullish engulfing pattern that had formed. We have our confirmation that has formed. And if this was not already an all-time high, we would say on Friday, cool. Well, guess what? We can now position ourselves to buy come Monday when the market opens. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, if you see before the market closes, let's say you look before the market closes and you're like, man, this is still a nice size body green candle. So it's going to close in a buy. I want to get my shares before the market closes. Cool. So if you can squeeze it before the market closes on Friday, by all means, do that if that's what you want to do. Okay. But again, y'all, I am not telling anyone to buy Nvidia or not to buy Nvidia. I'm showing you a strategy that helps you to optimize your entries so that way you can make more profit. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say that price closes Nvidia. This is Friday and it closes here. Well, look at the possible percentage gain, because if we know this is an all-time high, what could happen is buyers come in and then people start to sell again because they're taking profit. Maybe they didn't catch this portion, this price point to start taking profit. So now they're waiting for it to hit the all-time high again and then say, you know what, I want to start taking the profit. Okay, cool. Well, that means that they would start to sell. So what would your percentage of profit be if you were to enter right here up until the previous all-time high? You're looking at roughly 4% gain. Now, is that a bad thing? No, because again, some people your savings accounts are not giving you 4%, right, in a month, let alone a year. Okay. So you just have to weigh your options. What's your risk tolerance? What does your account look like? Can you, and I'm talking about your banking account, like, can you afford to pay $483 for one share to get 4% gain on that one share, or 5 shares to get 4% gain on those 5 shares, or 10 shares, or 20 shares, whatever it is? Can you afford that? Can your account handle that? And number two, and then number three is, when are you going to take profit? Now, we'll get to that on another session, but I wanted to just make sure everybody just at least sees how you can use the skill of trading. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm not even getting into the other stuff that I include when we're talking about candlestick patterns to tell us where we could potentially enter at. Okay. So the next step will be identifying where price has the potential to drop down to optimize our entry to make more money. Versus a 4%, we could potentially make 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, depending on what we're investing in, because we're patient and we wait for the price to push down. Because if it's already hit an all-time high before, it may hit it again, it may surpass it, but at some point, whether it's this year or in 2024, Nvidia has the potential to push down. Then we have our money together, and now we're in position to buy more shares at a much cheaper price than the people that bought at $483 or higher. Okay? So if this helped you or someone you know, make sure, number one, you share the video right now. Go ahead and share this video. And then also, the second thing is, y'all, to make sure that you are signing up for the Day Trading 101. I am not doing another day trading boot camp, the 90-day trading boot camp, until 2024. But this Day Trading 101 is going to help you with the basics. So when we're talking about Forex trading, we're going to talk about the terminology. So some of the verbiage that I may use may have went over your head tonight. It's okay. Or when you're watching this live, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you're watching this video, some of the terminology may have went over your head, but a Day Trading 101 is going to help you to understand that terminology. Me talking about these candlestick patterns, you're like, Leona, I hear you, but I don't understand no bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing and bullish harami, and I don't understand that stuff. Day Trading 101 is going to help you with identifying these different candlestick patterns and also how to trade them. So this is for beginners to help you. Again, y'all, sometimes we limit ourselves on how much money we can make because we stick to just one particular lane. When you learn the skill of trading, you do not have to limit yourself to just making short-term plays. You can incorporate long-term plays with investing by using this skill of trading, like I just showed you. So if I sit here and I want to trade Bitcoin and make some money today or tomorrow or whatever, when the market plays out, I can do that. But I also can use the skill, like I showed you, to buy and hold Bitcoin in my hot wallet, in my cold wallet, whatever wallet I want to use, digital, wallet, which is considered like a digital safe, y'all. That's what that means. All right. So when I'm saying wallet and you're like, Leona, again, the terminology, learn this stuff so that way you understand what people are saying. But when people talk about wallets and cryptocurrency, all that is a digital safe. So instead of having a safe in your house with cryptocurrency, which we don't have because it's digital currency, you have what's called a digital safe, your hot, your cold wallets. Okay. So this skill is going to help you to be able to know when I should start buying Bitcoin again, or when I should start buying some more gold, because the price of gold has shot up to over $1,900 per ounce. Well, I can't afford, $1,900 per ounce. But if it comes back down to, let's say, $1,600 or $1,500, then I could buy it. Well, how do I know if there is a potential for gold to push back down to $1,500 and $1,600 per ounce? the skill of trading is going to help you to be able to identify that. So let's not limit ourselves and look at just short-term plays with the skill of trading. Let's be able to leverage it so we have short-term plays and long-term plays. And on top of that, y'all, you can bless your family with more in the long run when you utilize it as both instead of just one. So if this helped you, make sure, number one, you give me the thumbs up, okay? So that way I know this is something that people want to hear more of instead of just your regular, make money with Forex or whatever. Y'all listen, at the end of the day, I shared this already. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I am a student, just like a lot of you. I have taken a lot of bumps to the head. I've hit my head a lot. It's a lot of trial and error that happened. We're talking about almost 5 years of combined trading off and on. Okay, so I've learned a lot through mistakes and of course through other people, their mistakes, as well as giving blueprints and whatnot. And that's how I've come up with the things that I've been able to show you, some of them tonight and previously, because of experience. So I'm not sharing something with you that I am not applying to myself when it comes to investing in the stock market, investing in gold, silver, and all of these other things, y'all. I'm utilizing the skill of trading to help me to make more money as an investor. So it's not just one track minded over here, y'all. We're doing multiple things simultaneously. So we are diversifying our financial portfolio. So if you're like, Leona, yes, that's something I want, I need that in my life, go sign up right now for Day Trading 101. The link is in the video or the description of this video. Y'all click on it right now. It is a 30% discount for everyone. The code is already applied to you. So all you have to do is just input your information, credit card, debit card, whatever you're going to use, and then you'll have access to that. This Day Trading 101 course, y'all, is totally self-paced. And so again, for those of you that's just joining this live, or for those watching the replay, again, y'all, this is over a 30-day period. It's totally self-paced. You're going to learn the basics of Forex trading. You will get some as it pertains to cryptocurrency, but you will be warned over and over and over again that cryptocurrency, well, I would not suggest anyone that is very new to trading to trade cryptocurrency because of its volatility. Okay, and you can lose a lot of money as a newbie trading crypto. But I'll be sharing with you the basics as it pertains to trading, just in general, Forex, cryptocurrency, and then also the terminology so you understand that, as well as identifying and knowing how to trade these candlestick patterns that I was showing you just a minute ago on the charts. So that way, if you want to just use the skill of trading only for investing purposes to combine with what you already know as an investor, awesome. All right. But if you want to do both, where you have your short-term and your long-term plays, awesome. You utilize it how you deem fit. Okay. So click on the link so that way you can get your discount today before that code expires tomorrow, which is November 13th. It's gonna expire November 13th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that, it's back to the regular price. Okay. So that's all I got. I hope that this helps somebody tonight. If it did, put what you learned in the comments. Like, give this a thumbs up. Make sure you share the video. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live again. More than likely, I'm going to do these on Sunday nights for the rest of the year. So that way I can at least show you what I'm seeing in the markets to help you, especially with investing, y'all, because I feel like this is a time for us to, a lot of us that have not, or people who have not really been investing like that, this is a time for you to start putting your money to the side so you're prepared. Listen, y'all, Warren Buffett has sat here and he has over $150 billion available in cash. So what that tells me as an investor is he is stacking his money because he's waiting for the opportunity to buy and buy big. What that thing is, I have no idea, but we'll know that once he has already bought his million shares or whatever, because that's what he's going to do. He's going to buy like 1 million shares or something. So that way he has a whole, 10, 20, 30% ownership in the company. That's how Warren Buffett rolls. So I'm just sitting back and I'm watching, and I'm doing similar things to him, which is putting money into things that are temporary, that it'll be easier for me to get my money out and put it into that particular investment that I'm waiting for myself at this time in 2024. So that's it, y'all. I want to just leave you, of course, as always, with my favorite quote, and that is from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he says to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.